Tonight will be all about the stars, astrology, and horoscope. Keep watching.
This is The Tonight Show with Iso.
Hi everyone, bonjour, or better bonsoir, because tonight is the first edition of The Tonight Show with Iso. You've probably heard someone blame their bad day on Mercury retrograde or mention their sun sign during a conversation. But what does that mean? Astrology has captivated human beings for centuries, offering a cosmic perspective on life's mystery and challenges. Whether you're looking for self-discovery, guidance, or just some fun, astrology offers something for everyone. And tonight we'll learn a bit more about it and explore the 2025 trends for each zodiacal sign. Excited? I will introduce you to someone truly exceptional in the virtual world of Second Life, an experienced astrologer with a deep passion for connecting people to the stars. She brings a unique approach to astrology, blending traditional celestial insights with the creative, immersive environment of Second Life. If you're curious about how astrology can enrich your second life experience or just your first life, she is here to guide you one constellation at a time. She will be the astrologer in residence at the Tonight Show with Iso. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gae. Hi Gae! Thank you so much for being with us today and for agreeing to do this horoscope and talk about astrology with us tonight. How are you?
I'm fine, Aizo. I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's an honor. And this is actually something that I've never seen on Second Life. It's someone talking about astrology and horoscopes and all these things. So thank you so much for being here with us. So
I could be only at one place, Izo. It will be on the Tonight Show with you tonight.
oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You are amazing. So let's discover a little more about you, right? Before we start talking about the hot topic. What brought you to astrology and how long have you been studying astrology?
Okay, so, well, first of all, I am a black cat. Okay, so I'm very mystic. But more seriously, I studied astrology since about 30 years. And I traveled all my life just to visit some master of astrology. And I can say that I have some knowledge.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. What attracts you while talking about astrology?
I think there is many different angles we can consider life, and I found it very interesting to add to our vision always a dash of magic and a dash of symbolism. I like to be surprised. I like to be amazed. And I like to not know everything. And just sometimes all what astrology teaches is that we have to let go because we want things sometimes so hard. But you know what? The stars has taken care of that for us. And sometimes this take time or other ways. And we just have we have to relax. And like this vision of life.
I understand. What do you find unique about practicing astrology in real life, in the first life? I like to say first life rather than real life. And also in a digital space like Second Life compared to the physical world. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. I follow you. There's not so much difference, because as you say as well, we have one life and second life is an extension of our life, man life, so that's all. But yeah, maybe the moon which symbolizes the unconscious, is more present in the virtual world, which means practically that where the moon is set in your chart, in each people's chart, is more active in the virtual world. Because the moon is the unconscious, is what is the inside world, and we can admit that the metaverse is an opening door to the inside world.
But okay, so that's the perfect time to give some general information about astrology. Astrology is the study of the movements and position of the celestial bodies, like the sun, the moon, and the planets, and their influence on human behavior and real-life events. It's based on the idea that the cosmos and human lives are connected. Astrology originated in ancient Babylonia over 2,000 years ago. It has been influenced by the Egyptian, Greek, and Roman civilizations. You probably heard that we are both French, right? With the accent, it makes it pretty obvious. Well, astrology has been an important part in the French history. Lots of kings had astrologers who were advising them of when to decide political reforms or just to go to war. Astrology has been studied in universities in the Middle Age and has actually been rehabilitated in 2001 in La Sorbonne, the famous university in Paris. In the United States, back in the day, some almanacs included some astrological information such as lunar phases and zodiac positions as a practical guide for farming and navigation. The early 20th century saw astrology transition from a niche. Astrology moved from being viewed as a serious academic pursuit to a form of entertainment accessible to the general public. This shift made it less intimidating and more appealing to the masses. The rise of the New Age spirituality in the 60s brought astrology to the forefront as a tool for self-exploration and spiritual awakening. Astrology has experienced a renaissance in the 21st century. The rise of the internet has transformed how people access and engage with astrology. Modern astrology emphasizes personal growth and self-understanding, aligning with wellness trends. And this is actually what we will do with this show. We will try to bring you trends and advices and suggestions, recommendations on how you can work on your horoscope, to feel better, to live a better life, or just, we will just have fun and discover what the stars have in store for us, right? So there's an historical part. Astrology is not considered like a science. It was before, history shows us that at some point astrology was considered as a science. But now it's more a tool to self-development and it's fun. Who doesn't read the horoscope on the newspaper? Who? Raise your hand. Right, Gae? We all do that. And it's fun, but it's also useful.
Yes, but you know what? I just go back to what you said. It's a science. It's not, there's a lot of, kind of things growing up around astrology, but it's mainly a science. Voilà. So I personally, when I studied astrology in Benares, in the new University of Benares, which is renowned, it was used to say that the University of Benares had more books than the University of Babylon.
Oh.
So, yes. So there are some stories saying that maybe Jesus came through Benares to study at this university. So there's a lot of story going on, and it's really a big place for astrology, but which is studied in a scientific way. We are not 90% of made of water, and when you see that the stars above our head are so much connected to the environment and the flux of the seas, of course it has an impact on us. It makes sense.
There are some myths and legends or tales linking the lunar cycle to an increase of women going into labor. The nurses will tell you that they see an increase of births during this period, but some studies showed that there was no significant difference in the frequency of births. So that's that. Most of the people will think that full moon something is coming, but the studies are very skeptical, let's say.
You know, I value a lot what we call the ancient sayings. When we say it's good to cut your hair when it's a new moon, well, it's same for the plants. I love gardening, so I don't know about you, but me, I love gardening.
I live in Paris. I don't garden, okay?
Oh, but in my home in Second Life, I garden a lot, for example. Not like in my real life, but in my Second Life house also I garden a lot. So we know, as fellow gardeners, we know that it's better to cut the plants when there's no moon in the sky, and like that they grow with the new moon. So the moon has an impact on many things. So it has, of course, an impact of us.
Oh, yes, I agree. But what I wanted to say is that there's a lot of skepticism about astrology, and it's very controversial.
You know what? Let the skeptist. It's very difficult to say for us in French. Let those people to their uncertainty. You know, life proves them that they are wrong. We are made of water, and the moon and the stars are influencing the water course and all the living around us. So, of course, we are part of the universe.
Actually, I have a real life story about astrology, if you don't mind me mentioning it.
Please.
When my mom was pregnant with me, the lady who would become later my godmother did my natal chart. She was a famous writer, but she was also very interested in astrology. So she did my chart, and when I was a teenager, I read it and saw that she wrote that I would work in science later in my life. And as a teenager, I was very skeptical because at the time I was failing at school. You know, I was autistic, lessons were not going fast enough for me. Therefore, I was bored and I wasn't listening. Unless I was challenged, then I was very good. But most of the time I was bored and I was failing, especially at science or mathematics. But funny thing, later in my life, I went back to university and got a degree in science, well, IT, and worked many years in IT, doing as part of it, you know, programming, which is algorithm and, well, mathematics. So that part in my chart was right. When my godmother was writing my chart, computers obviously were not part of this world yet, but we can consider it as a science now. So that's very interesting. You see, later on, I became what my natal chart was telling me that I would become. And
Yes,
actually,
you know, life is surprising, Iso. Life is surprising. Sometimes we don't understand the way it takes, but we understand it after all.
I have maybe a tricky question. I don't know, but I have a question for you. You know, since the natal chart and the horoscope is based on, you know, a birth date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since we have a birth date in Second Life when we create our avatar, Do you think that horoscopes for the first life or for second life could be different? And would it be relevant on an astrological standpoint? Or is it just for the first life? What do you think about this aspect?
It's very interesting, Iso, because I ask myself this same question. And no, I'm very good. I'm very good at guessing the sign of astrological sign of people, and anyhow, for example, a Pisces will act like a Pisces as an avatar. Whatever, even if his rest day is on Aquarius, for example, there is really someone behind the pixels.
That's what I thought, but I wanted your point of view on that.
No, there is really someone and some human being behind the pixels.
Yes, I understand. There's still the core self that will...
The emotions, attitudes, yes, of course.
Yes, we are humans in the first life, we are pixels in the second life, but basically this is only one human being.
We are one, but we have multiple facets. It's how I see the things. We are one, but we have multiple facets. It's like I lived for part of my life in Tibet, and and in India, and it's like there is one main energy, but there is multiple facets. So the multiple gods in Hinduism are not like, we can see it like a polytheism, but it is not. It is just multiple facets of the same energy. So we have multiple facets, and our avatars are one of these facets of one being.
Tonight, you're going to provide the 2025 trends for each zodiacal sign. I'm so excited about it. But some say astrology is just about horoscope. But the reality is that horoscopes are part of a much larger system, yes? While horoscopes are often the most visible and widely consumed aspect of astrology, they are just a small piece of the puzzle. Horoscopes don't predict specific events. Think of it as a cosmic weather report, helpful for preparing, but not set in stone. They are a tool for self-reflection and guidance, encouraging you to make informed decisions rather than passively wait for fate.
Yes, true, and also as you mentioned, and it's very true. I totally valid that, Iso. Is that astrology is a tool? Means we are master of our destiny. Okay, that is something I want to state for all your follower and people who like your show. We are master of our destiny, but the stars can influence us in strength or weakness at some period of the year, at some moment, and also in our personality. We have some strength and some weakness due to our chart. So this aspect must be considered as a tool. But you are, at the end of the day, you are master of your destiny. But we should more listen, sometimes we should, I used to say that we should be a little more like the salmon, instead of, we are fighting very often against the current, and we want something against. Sometimes we just have to wait a little bit, and at one moment the current will change, and let's take it more smoothly without fighting. So it's just like if we are aware, and if we listen the tools universe send us, we might make our life a little more easy.
I understand. there's also this myth that astrology is not scientific, so it's useless. But the truth is that, yes?
It is scientific, of course, of course.
Well, I was about to say that it's true that astrology is not a science in the traditional sense. However, that doesn't diminish its value. Astrology is a symbolic language that reflects the human experience, much like art, literature, or mythology. Its purpose is not to prove hard facts, but to offer guidance.
Yeah, very much. It's a guidance. Very much. Like we live in a society where things goes very fast, okay? But and we forgot very often to listen about, for example, our body, our needs, the stars, what the ancients used to do, and that we should not throw it away, because I think that it's very valuable, and we can. I'm very much personally listening what my body wants at this kind of moment. Or usually I need red fruit, so I know I need iron. So, and it's this kind. I think we should be more listening to all this natural sign, and the stars are part of it, of course. It influences the oceans and around the globe.
I understand. So, Gae, of course, you can't do a natal chart for all the people who will be watching this show, right? But we can start with horoscopes. How do you do to build horoscopes for each zodiacal sign?
Okay, I work a lot of nights. Again, I'm a black cat, and you needed a black cat in this show, Iso. Such a great input. It's a lot of calculation. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of calculation. So I have not done charts by res day. I have done chart by sign. Let's refer to the conversation we just had previously.
Yeah.
So I try to see it on a virtual side, to see these horoscopes on a virtual angle of view, and to see the energy it can have on the grid.
Okay. Oh yes, very, very exciting. Very exciting. So what is our celestial weather report tonight?
So, Iso, for this 2025, I think that the grid mantra will be lag less, love more, and let's do it things. Let's believe in it and cross our fingers. So, beautiful pixel perfect beings, welcome to your 2025 Second Life horoscope, where the star align, the grid glitches, and your out tells me everything I need to know about your future. Whether you are a luxury sim mogul, an art world enigma, or just here to collect cute skins and emotionally devastating experiences, this year has something juicy for you. So let's crank up the graphics, slap on that impractical outfit, and let's see what 2025 has in store. Okay, Iso, you are with me?
Exceptional. You are blowing up my mind.
Meo. So, Aries, we start by the Aries. Your IMs are popping off. Your teleport requests come with urgency, and you are basically the high-speed train of the grid. But 2025 says, slow down, Aries. The coolest places aren't always on the world map. Sometimes you gotta stumble into a random skybox party at 3 a.m. to find magic. So, our recommendation for this year's Aries, let someone else teleport you for once. Who knows? Maybe it will be a pleasant kidnapping.
Oh, that's
So
intriguing.
I don't know if you have some Aries around you, but that's the sky for our Aries this year.
Oh.
So now we continue to the Taurus. Taurus, your aesthetic is immaculate. Your wardrobe is serving a rich avatar energy. And your theme is a feng shui masterpiece. But your inventory, oh gosh, absolute digital chaos. This year, don't just collect cute things. Build something weird. Make it iconic and own it. Do it by yourself, Taurus. Our recommendation, your next great love might be hiding in your unsorted folder. Unpack your destiny, babe.
Oh, wow. Well,
That was
Taurus,
hard.
I have tutorials about how to make some stuff by your own, so, keep watching my videos. That's
Yeah, voilà,
that's
ouais.
another recommendation for the Tauruses out there.
Very good. So now we follow with Gemini. Gemini, you're a fashion shifter, a role-play chameleon, and honestly, your friends have stopped trying to keep up. But this year, instead of asking, who am I today, maybe ask, who am I trying to seduce today? Because, babe, your biggest 2025 dilemma is falling for either a chatbot or a shifting artist. Both sound like bad decisions. So obviously, pick both. Our recommendation, leave a little digital lipstick on their avatar and never explain why.
Excellent. Wow, Gemini, what a second life.
Gemini life is very hectic. So, they are fun. Okay, Cancer. You claim you don't do drama, yet somehow your IMs are full on soap opera, of course. And an avatar has been throwing neon fish at you all year. Maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop ghosting and start flirting. Our recommendation, Cancer friends, turn on your virtual DM into love letter, not crime scenes.
Oh. But Valentine is gone already.
But Cancer are these romantics, they are in the romantic orbit always. So, Leo.
Yes, that's me. That's me. That's me, guys. So let's hear it.
Okay, so, Leo, your AO is flawless. Your presence commands every club. And your group title literally says, I'm the moment. But in 2025, maybe let someone else have the spotlight for like 5 seconds max. I promise it won't kill you. Our advice, try being mysterious for once. Give people the gift of missing you, dear Leo.
Well, they surely miss me on YouTube because I don't post a lot of videos, unfortunately.
The Virgo. Your London pact is balanced, your prims are aligned, and your outfit has zero alpha glitches. But babe, life isn't a perfectly edited machinima. This year's mess things up on purpose. Our advice, accept chaotic chaos, wear the ridiculous avatar, and for once in your life, stop adjusting your hair mid-conversation. So that was for Virgo.
That's I was thinking my I don't know, ascendant. I don't know how you call it, but I'm Leo ascendant Virgo, and actually, yeah,
That's your perfection side, Iso.
okay. And I've noticed that I'm trying to, be more messy, let's say, instead of trying to control everything perfectly. So yeah, I'm already following your advices.
Of course, you must. They're gold. So Libra, your love life is a slow dancing teleport request filled masterpiece. But let's be real. Can you actually commit? Or will you continue to ghost people mid-kiss just because you saw a better outfit in the crowd? Our advice, Libras, just once in 2025, stay in one relationship long enough to raise a shared skybox.
Excellent. I'm thinking about my ex-husband. He was a Libra.
Exactly. Everybody has a Libra somewhere in the past. So So, your avatar moves like a well-written villain. Your profile is cryptic yet devastating, and people write poetry about you in private group chats. 2025 is the year someone tries to decode your mystery. Don't make it easy. Our advice, occasionally break character. Terrify them with kindness.
Ah, interesting.
Yes, it's interesting to change sometimes who we are.
Ah.
So, Sagittarius, collect experiences like other people collect expensive skins. 1 minute you are at an underground alien jazz club, the next you are in a cursed shopping mall, RP, that no one else can find again. But in 2025, drag some friends into the madness. Adventures are better with a crew. Our advice, if you don't get banned from at least one weird sim this year, are you even trying?
Excellent. Excellent. So if you are one of those out there, let us know, right? Let us know.
All over, all over. So, Capricorn, you started 2025 with one small business, and now you are flipping rare scripts, running an underground skin trade, and probably own half of mainland by July. I respect the grind, but when was the last time you tipped somewhere just to dance? Our advice, log in for fun, Capricorn. Let someone else pay for your drink at the club for once.
Oh, Capricorn, there's something good waiting for you somewhere.
Yes. Aquarius, your avatar is a walking art piece. Your builds are confused and inspired, and only 5 people truly understand you. One of them is an IA. The other 4 are probably your alts. 2025 is about going even weirder. Our advice, stop explaining your genius. Just date the ones who already get it. Aquarius are in the orbit always.
Uh-huh.
The charm of Aquarius.
Yes, I see that.
2026, the Aquarius will be called visionary. So,
And why is that?
because Aquarius has always, they have always one year in advance in terms of visionary, very big visionary sign. They see things in advance. So Pisces, our kind friend Pisces. So you wander barefoot in freebie fairy wings, sobbing in a cyberpunk lounge at 3 a.m. And yes, you are the main character. 2025 is just another beautifully tragic fever dream. Lean it. Our advice, your soulmate is already watching you from across the sim. Give them a sign or send them an obscenely poetic IM. And now, my great prediction for this year is you will TP guys into a void, fall in love with someone who doesn't exist, and crash mid-monologue. That's fate.
Oh, Pisces, exciting. Wow. That's amazing. That's great. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That was super.
Anytime.
So today we were getting to know each other and we were introducing you this new segment to the show. But let's tell our viewers that hopefully every month we will do a monthly horoscope, right? Tonight it was the 2025 trends for each zodiacal sign. But, hopefully we will do like a recurrent segment in the show, and every month you will come to tell us what to expect for, every month, right?
Yes, to your question also, please ask us your question if you have if you have some sign and you want to know what is happening for your sign. I think we might reply to some question. We might pick up some question.
Yes, of course. Well, I won't be, qualified to answer,
No, during your emission. No, but we can pick up some question we find interesting and maybe reply during the vlog,
Oh, yes, a Q&A at the end of the show. Oh, yes, good, excellent idea. What do you think about it, guys? Are you in? Would you like to see that? That is an excellent idea. Let's do that. So if you have specific questions, just, write them in the comments section, and we will answer them during our next late show with Iso. What do you think about it?
Yeah, we can have them in, and we can read them together. That can be interesting. Yes, of course.
Yes, yeah, very interesting. Thank you so much for offering to do that.
No, I think it's nice. It's very nice also to interact with people who follow us.
Yeah, cool. Especially on this matter, which is a human matter, let's say. So, very good. So that's it. That was our first edition of this new segment for the Tonight Show with Iso, featuring our astrologer Gae. And as I said, astrology is just a tool for self-discovery, reflection, and connection. Next month, we will come back with horoscopes, a monthly horoscope with Gae. Right, Gae?
Yes, and I'm so happy, and please, I'm so happy to be with you, Iso, on this show, which is amazing. You're amazing, and I'm very happy also to be part of this community. If please let's ask our viewers to ask their question, and they can interact with us, and if they have some question about astrology or specific question about themselves and sign, I will be most than happy to try to reply to that.
Oh, that would be amazing, because there are maybe I will even ask myself a question in the comments because it's a fascinating subject, honestly. I hope, guys, don't be shy. If you have any question, just ask and we will answer all of your questions next month, right? Share your sun, share your moon, share your rising signs in the comment. Ask anything, and the stars and ourselves, we will be waiting for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you again very much, Gae.
Thank you, Iso. Thank you. That's so nice to be part of it.
Thank you for agreeing to do it. It was really fun. It was really fun.
Yes, we had great fun. We must admit.
And you see, we will meet again in a month, so stay tuned, and see you soon for more predictions and another astrological weather report with Gae. Bye for now. Bye, Gae.
Bye, Iso.
Bye bye.